closed up the shop, the last thing I ate was the night before. That's not good. Yeah, and then you get flacco or skinny. I'm healthy. A little heavy right here. So again, just keep working on it. Nip. And now if this half doesn't get it at all, then open it up with no guard and erase it. Because if the half doesn't get it, that means you need something lower, and that is lower. So a half no guard, a half zero blade blends in a half open. Okay, so anything open, if you're using a one open, the next guard above the one closed is what blends in that other blade open. You get me? All right.
He's using the corners of the clippers like an eraser. And then you can play with the lengths of the hair that the size guard you're using will affect by, you can use a shorter guard to when you would usually use a longer one because you're just using the corner. You're just kind of digging out that line.
Right.
That one.
Because if you hit it in flush with the blade, you're going to make lines. You're going to put a hole somewhere like in the one area. Okay? If I'm going with my corners, you have more control of what you're doing. Okay. So I'll focus on this after. I want to show you guys this area. Okay. So shear over comb. Again, I want to look at him right in the middle of his forehead. This is my technique, okay? Look at him right in the middle of the forehead. Now I see that these are sticking up. You guys see that? Yeah. You guys see that? Alright. So, a little is a lot. A little goes a long way. What?
They're about four
It's
inches.
actually Adrain. Adrian. It's just I'm just a bigger guy. So I had these shears, and now I'm like it's so tiny in my hands. Okay, so I guess these are more for fros. When you shape the fro, it takes a longer cut. Right?
Longer shears are easier to scissor over comb with.
Yes.
But you can only go the length of your fingers anyways. You can't cut 6 inches at a time. You can only cut where you can grab. I personally only use 4 or 5 inch so it's really whatever fits you best.
I have 7-inch ones that I like. Are those 8? Or 9? They're 8. So I like 7 for my scissor over comb. It's a personal preference, but I would recommend a longer shear.
Now I like to blend that in a little bit more. So I like it
And that's very
a very gradual blend. I like it when you really can see the blend. So I'm gonna just go into it a little bit more and just blend that stuff.
Is everybody familiar with this technique? How to do that? How to put the stationary blade on the bottom of your comb? And it's really just like a fast shear moving slow.
Right, and you don't want to cut the hair right deep into the stem of the hair. You want to just kind of get the ends of the hair.
Almost feels like you're not even cutting.
Right, you just want to blend it in as much as you can. Sometimes I'll dig in too deep and make holes in it. So now, then I freehand this area. If there's any hairs that's sticking up and I can't get with my, which I can't, but this will speed up the process. Then I'll just kind of freehand it. You just want to put you want to rest it, okay? You don't want to really freehand it too much, you know? I say freehand, you know, to make me look better with my skills, like freehand it, but no, I'm really resting it, okay? I'm resting my hand, my pinky, and I'm just using that as a guide.
Pass that around, spray that on your hand.
So, now, I still see this right here that drives me nuts, okay? That right there that you see, very heavy. You guys see it? You see this? You know, I can imagine it. Okay, so you see this? You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so. But those are the things you need to notice. Those are the things you need to notice to be different, to be a different type of stylist. You know, paying attention to detail is important. There's so many stylists and barbers in this industry, but what makes it different? Detail.
It would make you travel the world to see your hairstylist, right?
We have a guy that comes from. We have people that come from Jay, Maine, from Portsmouth, New Hampshire. They travel. They travel for, you know, they respect our work. Those are the people you want. Yeah. I don't see how. Yeah. Right. And I use my shears around this area because it's a very sensitive area. And if you hit it with the clippers and you go too high, this you just have more control with the shear over comb.
You don't want to use thinning shears on this, underneath the crown, because it's almost like a fake blend. They'll go home, there'll be little hairs sticking out. As long as it's above like a 4 clip, well actually if you're using the offsets, it's 4 millimeters.
Okay. So now I'm gonna use my edgers to edge them up, to edge the sides up, okay? You want it lined up?
No, on the front.
Just the sides?
Into the fold.
Just the sides here, okay?
Well, he deserves an Oscar just for sitting on that chair. Patient.
Okay, so I'm gonna use this size, all right? Now this is crucial, it's very important to know. A lot of stylists, when my man here, he went to a place and got his hair cut. He asked, can I get lined up? So the woman said, yeah, I got you. So she grabbed her edgers, and rather than doing this, right? The corner, so the corner should always be lined up, angled right to the corner of your brow. Okay? Right to the corner of the brow, okay? Right to the corner, okay? Right to the corner. Never bring it down like this. Because then you see how much you're taking off? Yeah. So my man here, that's exactly what happened.
She was mad.
She was mad.
She was mad.
She must have
She
been.
didn't know.
So now, again, these are just different techniques that I use. So I don't go back to my shears. I can always use these as well and just kind of feather it in, whatever you see. Towards the end is when I nitpick it and I just kind of perfect the craft. Now, okay, so now it's angled, right? Now this is the C. This is what we call the C here. If he didn't have, if he had more hair here, then I would start from this corner, right where you see the shadow. You would shadow it and just kind of use the corner of your blade and just, you want to do as natural as possible. You don't want to push back the line up On mine, you have to push back a little bit on this side because it kind of drops. Okay, so usually I tell my barber he needs to push. Okay, it's all preference.
There's a happy medium.
But you know what it is if you don't, then your lineup is crooked. You know, and then I'm gonna have to talk to you like that.
And you think in a week from now, when it's growing back, how's it gonna look?
Right.
You know, is it gonna be all grown in because you pushed it back an inch?
And that's another big thing. We're not just focused on making the hair look good now. We want it to look good as it grows out. A good haircut. When he comes back and sits down in my chair, you could tell there was a good haircut because of the way it grows out. Okay. And the one part usually, if the fade is higher than the other, this is going to go back on the sides. It goes back so much faster, anyways. So if the fade is higher, it's gonna be all out of whack. You guys understand my slang? You guys understand me? Okay. You guys, yeah. Now, this is very heavy for me,
Add a little bit more right
but I'm gonna just use some
utilizing
use my
the preferred texture.
silver comb on this part right here.
Cutting motion. And I'm going to stand right in front of her. And I'm going to utilize basically
Yeah, babe.
bottom of your chin in a clockwise motion and a counterclockwise motion to cut our length. And the bottom of the chin is still going to be long enough for her to hold on. So once again, very distributed. Natural fall.
Talk to me about your shoes. Where'd you get those? Those are nice. Couple
Michael.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
This is my sales rep. My man's right there.
Now, do you have somebody that comes in to sharpen them?
Yeah, every 6 weeks. Yeah, if he was there every 3 weeks, I'd love that, but he's from New Hampshire.
Is it Ron?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, so now this area right here, she'll comb. Now you see I'm not going right deep with it, right? I'm just, yeah. Just getting the ends of the hair.
So then, this way.
The comb's right against the scalp too, right?
Yes, yes, it's right against the scalp. I want the hair to stick right up, but again, I'm not going, but again, I am not going right. I'm just getting the ends of the hair, okay? Because when the hair drops again, you want it to kind of blend in, kind of layered.
So by underneath, the hair is a little bit shorter around the face. So on this side, that makes sense because then you have shorter, longer, go under. Takes a little bit more volume down here.
Okay, this is a little heavy for me right here. Right about here. Now, Jay, if you could, you want to finish this haircut on that spool, and then I'll start my next haircut. Yeah. All you need is obviously.
Just dry straight.
Down with drum. So I'm gonna start my next haircut.